Hey everyone, Dan and Alex back for our weekly body swing connection tip, and this is going to be a two-part series. We're going to start to talk about the different postures we see in the golf swing. There's two postures we talk about, S and C posture. The first one we're going to go over in this video is what we refer to as S posture. So I'm going to have Alex get in his mid-iron stance, his address position, and what we're looking at is ideally we want a nice neutral posture, which is going to be flat back. You see guys like Adam Scott, tour players that have really good posture. What we call S posture is if we see a big extension in the lower back. So what we're going to look at here is now if we see a big arch here in the lower back, we see a lot of extension, that's what we're going to refer to as S posture. One of the things with S posture we see is usually the inability to go back to that pelvic tilt motion, which is something we talked about in previous videos, and Alex is going to dive a little bit more into that.
Yeah, kind of leads us into the whole early extension discussion, right? And so usually when we see golfers in that S posture early on, like right away, we can safely assume that as they come into their downswing, they're almost always going to have their hips try to pelvic tilt. They're not going to be able to. They're going to slide forward. We're going to lose spine angle and have to totally find the golf ball with our hands there at the bottom. Okay, and so in order for us to get into much more of a neutral position with our pelvic bone, we're going to want to make sure that we're in that neutral position, because as we come into that downswing to maintain posture, we actually tuck those hips under a little bit even more to maintain posture through impact. We cannot maintain posture in an S position.
All right, so we're talking about S posture. The most basic thing with S posture is first just to grab a mirror, something that you can see your posture in, and see what kind of posture we're in. If we're in that S posture, we're going to see that extension in the lower back. If that is an issue, what we really want to work on is getting back to neutral and getting into that pelvic tilt motion. So one way we can do that is actually just to get into a split stance. We're going to put hands around the hips, and all we're going to do is go through that pelvic tilt motion in the split stance. So what we'll do is just arch, and then flatten and pull through. When we flatten and pull through, we're really trying to pull through the core, the lower abs, the hip flexors, and also engage the glutes a little bit. So again, we can go arch, flatten, arch, flatten. We do that 10 times on each side for 2 to 3 sets.